EU5 version 1.1 is finally here, ladies and gentlemen. Well, the beta at least, and now none of my mods work. But aside from that, things seem to be working pretty well, just based off of the stuff that you guys are saying and what I've observed, you know, just jumping into random games and looking around the map. But now it's finally time to play an actual game. The country we're going to be playing for today's little test is Aragon, just based off of the fact that we're sort of in the middle of the Mediterranean. We can look around everywhere around us and see how things develop, like in France, Bohemia, the HRE, who attacks who, how aggressive they are. And also, with us being positioned right here as a really powerful naval power at the start of the game, and with the fact that naval is now seemingly a lot more powerful, you know, with the naval governors and the local governors and stuff like that, I'm just going to be going for some 1444 Aragon borders and see how well we can integrate all of this and how well we can establish control over far off lands such as southern Italy from our base in Iberia. So let's jump in to EU5 version 1.1. Alright, here we are as Aragon and EU5 1.1, the beta, ladies and gentlemen, and I already missed my mods, like I said in the intro. Why do these stack, man? Let's just, you know, give me the ability to drag them out. But also, additionally, we have 7 speeds now. That's right, the first Paradox game with 7 speeds. It's not like 6 or 7 are faster than speed 5, but you know, these are sort of like 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, and stuff like that. Speed 7 is basically speed 5. But yeah, as Aragon, man, you know, immediately we can notice some of the, you know, proximity modifiers right here. You know, we got what you call it, proximity speed now, or whatever it is. So over here, obviously, a lot of this stuff is far away from us. And of course, the stuff I'm most interested in is testing out some of the new buildings like local governors, which gives you a plus 80% local proximity source. But we, of course, as a naval power, are going to look to utilize naval governors for plus 80% local proximity source, you know, on you know, naval stuff and harbors and stuff like that. So yeah, the game plan is just to play a regular game as Aragon here, man. Annex up our subject, take control over Sardinia, maybe Corsica too, get control over Sicily. Maybe we'll do a personal union over them or something like that. And over in Italy, I'll look to conquer, you know, stuff that Naples owns right here, basically the proper Aragonese crown 100 years from now. Wow, dude, Aragon is actually quite nutty, man. We start off with like 4 unique things right here. We got plus 10% army morale. We got the Almogavar's levies. We got the Catalan crossbowmen regulars. And over here we have plus 20% galley combat ability, which is actually insane paired with the, you know, Catalan galley. So shout out Aragon for their start. I feel like this has changed as well. Things are a lot more further apart. I don't like it. Does one of my mods change this? I don't think I got a mod to change this. No, as Aragon, we already have 2 picked out, you know, government reforms right here. The Crown of Aragon for plus 15% sailors, 10% treaty capacity, and progress towards plutocracy, along with Pyrenean fueros, which is a free gov reform and makes the estates a little more satisfied and gives us legitimacy. For the extra one, obviously, we're gonna go autocracy right here. There we go. So let's just pick that one up and let me do the estate setup. We also got this right here, which it does make the nobles somewhat powerful, but it's actually pretty nice. Tax efficiency instead of straight up tax. Interesting. Or was it already like that? But yeah, this is definitely different. It was plus 10%. So now treasury rights might not be that good. We'll see, I guess. I'm not gonna take it for now. Yeah, a lot of the privileges haven't changed as well, man. Interesting. Also, why do we have 1 trillion forts as Aragon? It's costing us so much money, dude. All right, gonna go regulated export here. All right, so most of the stuff is done. Another thing I want to do before I unpause is, as Aragon, man, we have some unintegrated land right here over in, in Sardinia. I'm actually going to create a subject right here that owns all of it, and there, of course, going to be a Sardinian subject, which means then we can feed Arborean stuff and Genoan stuff right here to them, and they'll core it all up. So I will go ahead and create, who can we create right here? Cagliari. Yeah, it's just a bunch of different guys. Yeah, let's create Cagliari. They're gonna be a fiefdom. There we go, just like that. Obviously, they spawn as Sardinian, and now I'm gonna grant them this stuff as well. We also have a little bit of a standing army at the start. Obviously, you know, the size of the units and new stuff right here has been added. You can do new templates. You can, you know, save templates and stuff like that, and you know, the levies are now the same size as the regulars, so lots of cool changes. We'll get into that, but first I want to tell our boats. We start off with, honestly, what might be the largest fleet anyone has at the start. Yeah, definitely top 5, you know, in Europe at least. Let's tell these guys to, you know, project control. And finally, the best addition. Go home during war. Alright, there we go. A month has ticked over, and I guess we are making money. You know, we've started taxing these guys. We actually make a decent income from trade, man. I wonder why we're present in all of these places as Aragon. Like I said, I've never played Aragon, so I'm not familiar with that, but we probably have some, you know, some of those thingies that let you trade in other places and stuff like that, which is interesting. Let's do this, why not? Finally, man, the ability to remove these pop-ups. I don't care about, unprofitable buildings. These things, that I also don't care about. I can see it there. Yeah, these I do care about. Okay, but first on the order of business, obviously should be annexing Mallorca because we do have cores on all of their lands. I'm actually not interested in owning stuff over there in France, so I am going to create a little subject right there. And then whenever Parliament comes around, we are going to go ahead and hit Arborea right here, which is usually solo, but even if they're not, it's not a problem. After Arborea, we'll look into fighting Genoa, Sicily, or Naples. So just taking a look at the local governor right now, which we don't need this early. You know, my plan is to establish like a guy, I don't know, I guess in Naples or in like Palermo or something like that. And then one more of them maybe somewhere over here, just so we can see how, you know, control is projected via sea and stuff like that. Because, you know, people are claiming it's a lot more powerful now. Proximity too, you know, it's basically the same thing working together. Okay, so here's immediately a unique event, the Ordinances of King Pere the Fourth, something of Barcelona. So right now in our legal code, let's see, what do we have? We got civil law, just the regular one. These I don't really change too much. This one is a good one, but we can enact Aragonese royal ordinances for cabinet efficiency, which is good because right now legislative efficiency has been changed to do literally nothing, but it basically stays the same but adds cabinet efficiency. Sure, I'll do it because it's unique. Why not? Well, lots of places to build hospitals, which might be something we want to do, you know, well, not might, it's definitely something we want to do before the Black Death hits, because Aragon is, you know, decently urban for a country of its size, man. Lots of towns, and 2 cities, in fact, Valencia and Barcelona. If you say Barcelona and you're not from Spain, don't talk to me. But, you know, once we conquer Sicily, we'll gain 2 more. Yeah, decently urban. Yeah. What about the terrain right here? Yeah, it's not that hard to project into here either. Oh, an event about the Royal Shipyard, which I think we already have. 5 free galleys. You know what? We'll take them. Now, this is interesting. Something I haven't seen, I don't think, in the previous versions. Morocco is actually... Well, it's the initial Morocco-Tlemcen War, but Granada is in this, and now Morocco is invading Granada? Interesting. Can't forget to eat up Andorra. We probably can't vassalize them. Yeah, probably not. Wait, you can improve cultural opinion for prestige now? That's awesome. That's really cool. First Parliament has come around. I just did one issue. Obviously, we're going to fabricate CB on Arborea immediately. We're going to do law changes later. Right now, priority is to fight, you know, wars. Yeah, no need to change anything immediately. So, yeah, Arborea is pretty much solo, man. They're just linked up with the super tiny guy right here that we don't care about. Let me just, I mean, shoot, do they even... I can probably do this war with just these guys, man, if we're being honest. I do kind of have the manpower right now to build up, you know, another stack, so we got like 1,500 of these guys, but let's try and go at it like this, man. So, there we go, no fort. This should be a very quick and easy war. There it is, Parliament-approved claims declare. Let's just walk right into their capital. Boom, boom, boom. Siege down, walk right into this other thing. Boom, there we go. Take these guys there, beat their ass, re-siege it. And, well, I guess we're going to be walking back and forth a little bit, aren't we? All right, walking back and forth done. Let's transfer occupation of all of this to Cagliari, and we should be able to piece them out. Yes, we can. Let's take their money, and there we go. That goes to my subject. I clicked away, but the new peace screen is awesome, man. It's like the EU4 one. It's so good. So yeah, now Cagliari can integrate all of this up, which will be nice for them. Obviously, it's all Sardinian, and next war, we'll look to get into it with Genoa, depending on who's their allies, not if these guys are, because... even with these guys, man, they might not be able to get here. Or, you know, Sicily. Sicily is pretty chill. Naples is obviously more powerful than us, so we're not gonna touch them just yet. This is a part of this area? Was it like that in EU4? You know, Corsica being part of Liguria? Or no, Corsica was part of Sardinia. This was the area. Well, it's been 8 years, and the Low Countries still exist, which is longer than I would say for the previous patch. Now, wait a minute. This one keeps coming back. Unprofitable buildings keeps coming back. Why does it keep coming back? There we go. So, okay, so don't care about that, don't care about that, don't care about that, don't care about that. If it's that one with the key, don't care about that, don't care about that. Okay, first stage, you know, we usually go admin because of the proximity stuff. That, of course, has been changed to plus 10% proximity speed, but I feel like, you know, the Diplo focus would be pretty good as Aragon because the naval and trade stuff, not that there's that many, it's 4 extra ones, is there, but let's stay on admin. Oh! Are you enjoying this EU5 1.1 beta video showcase? And are you enjoying everything that I'm doing? Well, even if you're not, too bad. Leave a like because you've been watching this video for quite a bit now already, so you might as well do it, right? It really helps out the channel. And of course, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do it. Why haven't you subscribed yet? That's the real question. I'm gonna take away your EU5 and EU4 if you don't subscribe, so go ahead and do that. Oh, don't tell me Castile eating Portugal is back, man. Oh, okay, it's just because they want to fight Navarra. Okay, this is, what is this? Pretenders. Now, in this version, obviously, there's no passive conversion of cultures and religions, which I do kind of feel it was too powerful, you know, previously, but now it, like, doesn't happen at all. And if we take a look at our cultures, we do have Andalusia right here, which is about 12%, which isn't accepted or anything, so maybe we could, you know, let's do improve cultural opinion a bit. Why not? Now, when are we able to do it again? We just need prestige? Interesting. So maybe we could accept up these guys. Yeah. Does it say how much it'll cost? It doesn't say how much it'll cost, though. Right? Oh, no, it does say up here. Okay. Used, if accepted. Yeah, we don't want to accept it. Yeah, Castile did take a chunk out of Portugal, but it's only because... Wait, how the hell did they lose their cores? I guess they made them revoke it, but... that's only because they fought Navarra. I feel like this wouldn't have happened if they weren't allied. So, okay, nothing crazy going on there. Okay, so I guess because there was an event, you know, where we proceeded with the plan or didn't proceed with the plan, Mallorca just declared war on us. You know, an independence war. No one is supporting them. But why would you guys do that? I guess it's a free annex at the end of the day. It's all cores, but... fine. Okay, well, there we go. I'm gonna annex Mallorca, and like I said, this is something I'm actually not interested in, so I'm not even gonna full annex them. There we go, war is done, and all of that is insta our cores because we already had cores. But in the meantime, I did get a CB on, guess who? Andorra, that's right, our eternal enemy. What? France guarantees Andorra? We need to go in. We need to go in immediately. Wait, what? I can't declare them. I have a guarantee on them. What the hell? I never noticed that. There we go. Cancel guarantee. That probably creates a truce, doesn't it? Yeah, it does for 3 years. And then the CB is 4 years. Okay. I never noticed that. Alright, so I just did a unique law from an event. It's Consulate of the Sea for plus 10% trade advantage, plus 2.5% trade efficiency, and progress to naval, which I think is a really good one, man. Really good one. These are, of course, all the regular ones. But yeah, Aragon, so many unique things. I mean, I knew they had them, but I just never played them for some reason. And they were actually one of my favorite countries in EU4. You know, the classic start, no CB biz, you know, eat up everything over here. The thing as Aragon is you can expand in so many different regions and so many different cultures and religions simultaneously that you're able to very easily dodge coalitions, and they were probably my favorite country for reforming the Roman Empire. Man, I'm gonna try and roleplay the Iberian wedding here because I know it can happen in a, well, I mean, technically if you end up in a personal union, of course it'll happen, but Castile is obviously stronger than us, so... you know, we'll see. I have decent relations with them, though. I can almost ally them, but no need to ally them. Okay, who's Naples beating up? This isn't anything unusual, by the way. It's versus the Pope, and they're actually at 100%. Let's see if they'll peace out. I hope they don't take stuff from Sicily. What the hell? Black Death is here. Okay, let me do stuff with that. Alright, so our broski right here is kind of beefing with us and stuff like that. Maybe he wants to be like the heir. We got cognatic primogeniture, but if we invite him back to discuss the succession, we'll swap to Salic law, which we don't want. Let's expel him. Maybe he'll raise up some sort of revolt against us. I mean, who knows? Ah, War of the Union. Well, I guess I was right. I guess I was right about kicking out our brother, man. Frick me. Okay, 100% chance to appear every month, which means next month it'll be here. Estate satisfaction -5%, which sucks a little bit, but not that bad. We lose legitimacy plus 50% stability investment cost. Excellent. And we gain some noble and burgher rebels. Okay, and we have some unfinished stuff right here. So, angered by the... Let me read this. Well, how would you like to suck my balls, Mr. Garrison? Because I am not yielding. What the hell, nobles and burghers? They're happy. I just pissed the nobles off, by the way. They were happy. We're gonna have to beat their ass. And we're gonna have to be careful and see where they spawn. Shoot. I need to declare a war and get the levies up before I get those rebellions. Because I don't want the rebellions to get the levies and me not have the levies. So... Okay, it's literally just in 1 year with Andorra, and I'll stay in that war, obviously, tank the war exhaustion. There it is, the Union reignites. So we give no hearing to rebels and traitors. Union of Aragon gains 20% progress, which I guess is like a rebel stack. Hear their demands, and the event all demands happen. So we lose prestige, stability, satisfaction, and that also, or we grant privilege of the Union to the nobles. We can tax them more, but they're way more powerful. No, I wanna do this. I wanna do this, just because it seems like the fun option, man. So, there's the Union of Aragon. Okay, right now they're not that big. Okay, but now at least we can see how we end this right here. So either we need to give that to them, which we could have ended it through the other event we don't want to do, or we're in a civil war, or we have rebels that are not the estate rebels, basically Sunni zealots or something like that. I don't know. I guess we'll see. It doesn't seem that bad, though. It doesn't seem that bad. We'll see if it is bad. Oh. Well, it is kind of bad, but they're not that big. They're not that big, man. So, you know, this keeps telling you, man, basically you can, you know, if you fricked up, you can still do this, but there are more pressing matters to attend. Yeah, their progress is pretty quick, but they're still not that big, which makes me like, oh, there we go, they popped out. What the hell? This is so easy to handle, though. Right? Or am I just being... Well, there it is. I beat their ass. Was it really that easy? I feel like that is meant to be harder. Why would they make a unique disaster for it to be that easy to defeat? I wonder if I did something earlier that made them this week. And look, now nobles are 100% satisfied, so... We can destroy their old privileges. We revoke general privilege of Aragon from the nobles. It's not that deep in the end of the day. 12 stability, 20 prestige, 5 legitimacy. It gives me legitimacy and it gives me progress towards aristocracy. But I can revoke it for free. Yeah, no one can challenge the power of the king, baby. There we go. Okay, well, that wasn't bad at all. Why yes, Naples, that is a perfectly great location to take from Sicily. Yep, smart move. I gotta say, smart move. Okay, well, truce with Andorra expired, and now, of course, France will defend them. We'll try and find a way to eat these guys up. I guess we wait for next parliament, maybe deal with Genoa or Sicily. They're a bit weakened. Yeah, probably Sicily, actually. Since we've maxed out legitimacy, I think it's finally time to do some conversion because, you know, we do got some Sunni people in our country, so we need to not have them there. Oh, shoot. Yep, there we go. Just randomly checked. Nice, we still got the CB. Dude, I just noticed. Mallorca stayed my vassal. There we go. Let's nab Andorra. So the parliament has come around. Sicily is obviously solo. I mean, solo with the subjects. It's weakened. Navy weakened as well. I think we can go in on them, man. What I'd like to do, actually, is vassalize them so we can reconquer this for them from Naples, because I would create a subject there anyway, right? It's Sicilian. I wonder if we can, because Sicily is kind of deceptively large. But then again, we're not really going to be fighting that much people, so we don't really got to concern ourselves with aggressive expansion. Okay, HRE, still alive and well. I like that. Yeah, let's get a CB. Let's get a CB. I probably do want to fight Sicily. Alright, so a CB has been acquired, man. The invasion here is gonna be a little weird. Maybe we move to Sardinia first and then go off over to Sicily. Yeah, let's declare, man. Let's declare. I hope I can vassalize these guys. Let's just send insult before that. Okay, how many people do I freaking guarantee, man? How many people do I freaking guarantee? Why am I not noticing these things? You know, I like that the river map mode has been added, but I'm still gonna continue to use better road builder because why aren't the rivers in the roads map mode? 2. I guess, why aren't they in the roads map mode 2? Or as well, you know? It's just nice because when you build the roads, you want to know where bridges can go as well, you know? Or the fact that you don't really need a road like this, basically this one that already exists right here, you know? So, yeah. Nice. We've integrated the stuff we took from Andorra, and it's obviously instantly our core. Okay, I'm actually gonna also tell this guy to convert, man. I'm actually also gonna tell this guy to convert. Let's do the ones, obviously, where it's the least. I'm gonna aim to get all of them up to, like, 95. Alright, well, you know, the amount of levies we have is obviously way lower than earlier because of the Black Death, and we're almost even with Sicily right here, but I think we can still go in, man. Right? So, there we go. There's the declaration on Sicily. We'll get all of the levies up. Move to Sardinia first, then land here. Okay, so take a look at this. If I want to make Sicily a fiefdom or a vassal, it's 108 war score, and it's not possible. But I can full annex them? I think that's everything Sicily owns if we go into the antagonism map, man, yeah? And like that, all of their subjects, which I don't really want them to be my subjects, you know, what you call it, Athens and Salona over here, and they got their own subjects too, become my subjects, which I don't really want. I don't care about any of these guys. But yeah, we can annex Sicily and then just release them. Can I make them cancel their subjects as well? Release Athens, Neopatria, and Salona. I can't do that, it's way too much. Maybe if I don't take their money? These guys I want to keep Salona because I'm interested in these guys, but frick it, that's just a full annex on Sicily, man. I will get a mini coalition here of Naples, but, or actually no, nothing happens. Okay, there we go. We just ate up Sicily. Now, there are people that are mad, so I'm immediately gonna improve with Naples and the Pope and Tunis and Serbia, let's say. Maybe Genoa too, but there we go. That's a full annex. I've just gotten all of these guys now. I think I'm gonna cancel Athens and Neopatria, man. I think I'm gonna let them go. Yeah, where's cancel subjects? Cancel vassal status. Yeah, well, I can't do it until it choose, but no big deal. There we go. Levies disbanded, and we almost have all of Sicily. Nice. I actually do want to release these guys here, so let's just go over here, create subjects, historical. Yeah, just create Sicily again as a fiefdom. They are gonna dislike me a little bit probably, but yeah, we're chilling. And obviously it's all their cores, so we don't gotta worry about it. Okay, so, you know, I do keep looking around everywhere. I like what Poland is doing. France is back to their old ways. They are trying to conquer the Low Countries. Okay, let's see if they do. And if they do, what will happen? But I am liking the look of the HRE internally a whole lot more compared to previous patch, man. Yeah, Bohemia, or basically no one inside the HRE is going crazy. I can see some little conquests here and there, you know, super tiny guys becoming slightly bigger and whatnot, but overall I like it, man. Overall, this I like. Let's just see what France does. That war with Sicily did give me a lot of debt, though, so let's focus on paying that off a bit now. And obviously, you know, to face Naples, we will need to link up with their rivals, which are Hungary, the Pope, and who? Pesaro. Yeah, excellent. All right, next target, Genoa, because they are somehow solo. What happened to the Italian guys? They can't have left the HRE this early. No, they're still there, but yeah, I guess the bull crap is happening. All right, well, I know a lot of people are mad, but hey, we're kind of chilling, man. We're kind of chilling, so we need to declare on Genoa. We got the CB, I just acquired it. We're gonna go here, siege this down, and I'm definitely gonna get this. Maybe I'll also get this. I'm kind of thinking about it, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, no reason to drag this out any longer. There we go. There's the declaration on Genoa. Take that, and we're just gonna give it to Sardinia. Let's get the levies back up. Okay, so the war is done. Very quick war, sorry, very easy war, but wasn't that quick because of the forts. Nevertheless, we can give this to Sardinia. It's actually not bad at all, but if we do take Corsica as well, it actually is quite a lot of aggressive expansion. It's like pretty much all of the Italian guys will join a coalition against me. it's gonna be a while before we fight anyone, because now we're really gonna focus on infrastructure and stuff like that and growing powerful enough to where we can fight Naples, but I don't know. Do you think these guys would hit me, man? Because we got, there we go, some minor guys, and then we got some bigger guys. Naples is gonna be into, I feel like, yeah, it's literally gonna be all of Italy. Would they be bold enough to declare is the question. I guess it's time to find out. Let's get war reps and let's get all of their money. Okay, there we go. We've taken Sardinia and Corsica. Now, obviously, let's go ahead and disband the levies. And I'm gonna create a subject. There should be, yeah, okay. County of Corsica is exactly what we're gonna create as a fiefdom. Perfect. So, yeah, now these guys are mega mad. And we do need to improve. We do need to improve. So let's just deal with the maddest guy first. Pisa. I need to get, Diplo investing up. Meanwhile, France did take stuff over in the Low Countries, so obviously that hasn't stopped, but yeah. They got a mega coalition too. Yeah, the changes to antagonism are noticeable, especially up here. Now, the thing is, would these guys declare? You know, would they declare? And if they do declare, can they do enough damage on France? What's my antagonism towards them? Yeah, we like each other. No antagonism there. Anyone else doing crazy stuff? Okay, these guys a little bit... Germanids are obviously a little bit aggro. Poland over here. It's pretty much just France being France. Okay, racked up some more debt during this war. I honestly can't notice if the economy is too different. Obviously, it is a little bit different with the tax stuff and stuff like that. But yeah, I know some people were saying like Bohemia is absolutely tanking money right at the start. But you know, it's maybe I feel like we're slightly poorer than we would be in previous patches. Sucks that Castile is eating up Portugal, but, you know, like we mentioned earlier, man, they're only doing it because, you know, otherwise they would have been buddies had they not linked up with Navarra earlier. No coalition so far, though. A lot of people are quite mad, especially some of these smaller guys that I haven't improved with, but no coalition so far. Religious conversion is going all right. We've shrunk these guys down from around 12% to around 6%. Culture-wise, Andalusia isn't really being assimilated, I guess. But yeah, I'm not even doing that, you know. Aside from focusing on paying off loans and building up infrastructure, what I'm gonna do in a couple of years is annex Salona, so we can gain direct control of Malta, and then I think I'm gonna give the rest of Salona to Athens. Also annex Neopatria, and give the rest of Neopatria to Athens. I know it's not really same culture or same religion and stuff like that, but I'd rather have one big guy than a couple of small guys, you know? Oh wow, the Western Schism ended so quickly. It literally just ended. Okay, finally time for a parliament where we won't actually be getting a CB. Instead, we'll be changing some laws. Now, interestingly, they have changed favor the ruler to plus 33% crown power, which I feel like is super powerful, although it does make your estates less satisfied, but we should be good on estate satisfaction, man. Nobles might be a little iffy with their equilibrium, but clergy, burghers, and commoners are all right. I am gonna go favor the ruler. Yeah. Obviously, you know, with the changes to proximity cost, now it's plus 10% local proximity speed via bridges. Yeah, and you can immediately tell. I mean, this is, I think, due to the river, but still. Or, I don't know if I would say if it's due to the river. I think that road right there is there at the start of the game, but right at the start of the game, if you take a look at proximity, this, you know, these right here are like this, you know? Ooh, this is an interesting one that I found randomly. Plus 10% proximity speed and monthly development instead of this from Merindad Division. It's available for Aragon, Castile, and Navarra. Hell yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. I wonder what the court does now. No, it's not. Where is the court? Royal Court Customs. Okay, we're already itinerant court. Yeah, it's plus 5% proximity speed through land. Okay, interesting. But yeah, another parliament, man. Another law change. Let's change that one right there to, well, where was it? There it is. Merindad Division. I am now annexing Salona and Neopatria. Like I mentioned earlier, I'll keep this for myself, whereas this I'll give to Athens. There we go. Salona has been annexed, so we officially have an outpost over in Malta. Let's just go ahead and give this to Athens. There we go, Neopatria has been annexed as well. I've almost embraced every institution. I'm just still researching some stuff that I want from, from the regular one. Although, I don't know if these are that banging. I think I'll start doing Renaissance. But yeah, let's just give this to Athens. There we go. So now we've shrunk down to, 5 subjects. We do want to annex Corsica, Sardinia, and Sicily, obviously. Mallorca, we don't care about. And yeah, wait, Sardinia is done integrating stuff, and so is Corsica. We could do these guys. We could do these guys. Proximity over here, as you can see, is decent on the islands. I'm interested in seeing how it'll go this way. Obviously, we still can't do the, what you call it, the governors, man. You know, oh, just because we can't afford it. Now, that's a local governor. Local governors are only, I think, you can only build them in stuff that's connected to you on a land. So, for example, we can't put a local governor on Sardinia or something. Whereas if we go down to naval, where is it? Let me try and find naval governor. There's actually nowhere we can build it. I think we will be able to see that. Yeah, for example, here the requirements are, I think just because it's rural, honestly. So do we put one down in Valencia as a tester? It's not that far away from us anyway. You know, if we were expanding it more into Castile, which I'm not planning to do, maybe we could put one down like in the middle or something. But I actually am going to gather up money and put one of them down in Valencia. See how expensive it is and stuff like that. And with another proximity source, man, I think it's going to be banging. Yeah, and then we put a naval one down in like Sardinia. Let's just see the location ranks right here. Yeah, maybe we build up some of these to a city or something, although they are fairly small. Yeah. Well, we're definitely going to do one in Palermo once we annex Sicily, which we can kind of already start doing, so let's improve with them. All right, let's try out this local governor in Valencia, man. I think it's a pretty good spot for it, right? Whoa! There's a unique one for Aragon that I didn't know about. It's at the bottom of Renaissance, plus 25% maritime presence. That's actually really strong. I think the stuff, even though I want to fight Naples and we will really want to catch up and build a better professional army than Naples, I think my main focus is still going to be infrastructure for a little bit. So after we get done with the Renaissance stuff, I'm definitely going to go into banking. We have some cool stuff here for Aragon as well. We can do, obviously, protected harbor is banging. And then the other cool stuff, for, like the maritime presence, more of it, Pound Lock Canal, and, you know, the counting house, too. Oh, Naples has been excommunicated. Oh, there it is. It's a good CB, but yeah, Naples is gonna roll us, man. They've weakened themselves a little bit. I don't know what they've been doing. They're actually probably in a war right now, but yeah, no way we can face these guys without a professional army. If we build up a professional army, we can easily roll them, I think. And, you know, as for the templates, man, I'm actually really liking these because you can go into here and you can do balanced army, which, you know, just puts everything like that, or you can do cavalry on flanks, which is... that's the perfect template. At least it was in the previous patch. Is it now? Stay tuned to find out. All right, local governor in Valencia is down. Let's see how much that building actually costs right here. So it is a really expensive building. Okay, I see that. Yeah, you probably don't want to be spamming these up. I mean, you can't really even spam them, but you don't really want to be spamming them up in the early game. Maybe even right now, actually, it's too costly for us because, look, dude, 8 ducats for a single building is, like, crazy. But for what it provides, I think the price is fair. If I'm being honest, I don't think it's too expensive. I don't think it's too expensive because, you know, depending on the size that you are, you probably don't want to build one if you're the size of Aragon. But if you're like Castile size or Hungary size, you do want to be putting those down. Let's just examine if someone has done them. So Hungary hasn't. I don't think anyone has, even though they should be able to. No, as far as I can tell, no one's put them down. And look, man, even instantly, dude, it's, the difference is mega over here. Obviously, it'll need time to build up, but okay. I'm gonna keep it around for now just to see how it impacts things, but obviously, if it's too expensive, we might just get rid of it because it is really expensive. Another gov reform time. I'm gonna go with Royal Decree here. They haven't changed that one. Whoa, how the hell did this happen? Who owned that? Created a little subject right here because I just noticed that it wasn't even our core, so might as well have them have it. I had 0 control anyway. And also their cattle, and if we do decide to do something against Castile, I'll just feed stuff to them. Oh, damn, a ruler doesn't have a kid. He doesn't even have a wife. Who can I marry in Austria? Let's just hook him up with a noble. Oh, I'm a great power. Nice. Promoted urbanization, got another town. We should take a look at that as well. Yeah, I mean, you can pretty much make any of these into a town. We can make Leda into a city. Where is that? That's right there. Do we wanna? I guess we do wanna, although it's expensive as shit. Well, as for the centralization efforts, you know, we've converted most everything to Catholic. As we can see right here, we're 99.99% Catholic. There's 72 Sunni people in our country. So now I'm going to focus a little bit on the culture, just so we can, you know, do some more levy stuff from the Andalusian guys. Also, let's annex Corsica. Now, this is something I haven't seen ever in previous patches. Hungary getting its ass beat. There was no coalition. It's not like they expanded. I know Austria is like a lot more powerful in this update. They might actually even be the emperor. Let's go ahead and see. No, it's Bohemia, which is cool to see. I think Bohemia should start off by being the emperor. But yeah, look, Austria's expanded here, man. Quite a lot into Hungary, actually. You know, they've taken all of this. And then Galicia has also pushed in here. Wallachia. These guys haven't moved. But yeah, that's not something I've ever seen. And I gotta say, I like it. You know, I mean, sure, Hungary needs to be powerful, but if you see this once every 10 games, hey, I'm all for it, bro. Control is definitely looking a lot nicer since we put down that local governor, man. Yeah, it's looking good. You know, in proximity, we just have a couple of far-off provinces that aren't really getting any proximity, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Wait, you shouldn't be able to do this. I think I discovered a bug. I got two people assimilating the same thing at the same time. I just wanted to try it out because it's not supposed to work. Yeah, for example, it shouldn't let me put guys in there. Austria making moves again, dude. Okay, wrapped up the stuff that I wanted from Renaissance. Let's go down into banking and pick up some stuff over here. Definitely want the dock. Protected harbor is also nice. That's the heavy, right? Iberian... maybe that's not that important for now. Let's pick up the unique thing. And then let's go over here. We definitely want bureaucracy, rag paper counting house. Then the merc stuff is down there. Don't need it. Entree pot we do need. Maritime presence, Panlock Canal, thirst for knowledge. After that, we'll get into professional army stuff. Does Aragon have any? It does. The reformed Almogavars. There we go. Corsica has been annexed, ladies and gentlemen. More land under our direct control. Very nice. Let's see. Is it expensive to accept Corsican? Right now it's, let's see. Why doesn't it tell me? I hate that they moved that. It's actually not expensive to accept Corsican. Yeah. Let's tolerate it and then accept it. Nice. After Corsica, I guess we do want to do Sardinia. We are making quite a lot of money from Sardinia. I'll give them that. About 8 ducats. We'll of course make less if we, well, at least temporarily, if we annex them, but I mean, Sicily is still kind of big. Athens, Mallorca, and Albacete I don't want to do. So yeah, Sardinia is next, man. And also, you know, just to comment on the general state... Oh, you're kidding me. That was the Timurids? Oh my god. That's exactly what they're supposed to look like. I mean, it's a rebellion right now, but hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Okay, there's another positive thing. You know, commenting on other things... I do like how strong Austria is, and, you know, this is just based off of this specific game. I'm not talking about anything else. I'm liking how powerful Austria is. I'm liking that Bohemia isn't Blobhemia. I'm liking that the HRE still exists, that France isn't pushing hard here. One thing I'll say I still do not like is that Naples is way too powerful. I mean, obviously they were by far, you know, the most powerful country in Italy at this point, but I don't know. There should be something that makes them not push north this hard, right? It's only been 50 years and, you know, is it really a problem? No, it's not a problem, but I just wish they wouldn't do this that much. You know, maybe give them 50-50 if they want to go into North Italy or something like that. But yeah, everything else is pretty cool. I also like that Biz disappeared. It would have been better if they disappeared to the Ottomans rather than Serbia and Bulgaria, but hey, we're chilling. An alliance offer from Castile, huh? That could be nice. They're not doing crazy things. How does Granada exist again? Just a revolter. They're not really doing crazy things. I think I will stay allied to them if I ally them, unless they call me into something like fighting France. Would they help me versus Naples? Regularly, no. With favors, probably yes. Let's curry favors. Our opinion is pretty good. We're over Diplo capacity by 8%. Okay, I'll just invest a little bit more then. There we go. Just doing some naval stuff right now. Docks and protected harbors, you know? You know, let's try and establish some sort of Iberian wedding, man. Let's marry our crown prince to Beatrice. She's third in line. Not that it'll happen like this, but... Oh, dude, Castile would help out even like this. That's interesting. I'm kind of improving with Austria, too. Look, they're beating Hungary's ass again. Yeah. Okay, is Hungary now the new punching bag? Yeah, I kind of want to try and link up with Austria too. Probably not possible. Probably not possible. Anyone else we can get? I feel like we need a third here. Provence don't really care about their ally as well. Portugal we don't care about. France, no. Someone, oh, these guys, 65, 20, 34, 39, 62. Probably no one. Over here, of course, we're gonna go centralized bureaucracy. So if I hit Naples, right, they got their usual suspects of subjects. Achaia, Albania, they've acquired Siena as well. These guys are tiny. Achaia and Albania are decently annoying. Croatia, not a problem. Moldovi, not a problem. Provence is big-ish. Now, of course, we do outnumber them a lot, but we still need to get the professionals up, man. I honestly don't feel comfortable hitting them without professionals. Yeah, they got professionals, regulars, whatever you want to call it. I'm actually pretty close to wrapping up the stuff that I want from this, so we got time. Yeah, let's continue to chill, focus on the infrastructure and internal management, annexing Sardinia. We got time to hit Naples. You know, if Castile helps now, they probably will later too. I've been called in by Castile to help them in this. The main belligerent is actually these small guys in the south of France, but Portugal's involved too. I'm not actually doing anything. Just upgrading some rural locations to towns right now, and I have started researching professional armies. You know, a change I also really like in this latest update is that the more you spend on Diplo, the faster you annex subjects up until a certain point. As you can see right now, spending is maxed. And it's 0.5, but if I drop it down, it's only 0.9, so it does influence it quite a lot. And I think that's a great change. I think that should have been in the game since the start, man. Now, this is interesting. Castile in Provence have decided to join up the third phase of the 100 Years' War, which is interesting. Yeah, some minor guys over here as well. So we're still chilling over here. Castile just formed Spain, which is cool. They're calling me in versus Portugal. I've got armories, so I have built some of them up, and, you know, I've upgraded these guys to men-at-arms. Obviously now, man, it's more difficult, you know, as a poor or, you know, small or medium-sized nation or whatever, to build up a proper army, which is, you know, like, I don't know, 8 cavalry here, 8 infantry here, 8 cavalry here, then cannons, then reinforcements as well. Basically, build up a proper stack, which now is gonna be like, I don't know, 30-something thousand people, since, you know, men-at-arms are now 1,000 people, whereas they used to be 200, I think, right? So it's trickier. Just taking a look at Naples here. Naples obviously is expanding. The challenge grows. They've got a ton of levies that they can pull out, so like 50,000 of them guys. You know, almost 8,000 regulars, which now really isn't that much when you think about it like that. It's like 8 regiments or whatever, but I don't know, man. I don't know, it's looking trickier and trickier, you know what I'm saying? So, build up a little bit of boats as well. I think just about any day now we need to try our luck versus Naples. The economy, though, is increasingly, you know, better. We keep building more stuff. Obviously, this is all on auto build. I'm, of course, placing down stuff myself. Roads, I think I've put down pretty much everywhere, man. Yeah, the entire country is covered by roads, which is nice. You know, we got the bridges down, I think. You know, all the ones that we need. There we go. We can put down one more right there. So that's good. I did upgrade a couple of rural settlements to towns. But yeah, there we go. We can put down some temples right there to increase control, which is nice. This is what the control map mode is looking like. So yeah, pretty decent all around, man. I gotta say, so far, EU5 1.1, even though it's in beta, is awesome, man. Is awesome. The only issues that I can see that a lot of people are complaining about is usually around this time. The early 1400s to the mid 1400s, you know, the economy, the global economy kind of collapses due to, you know, demand for wood and tools and stuff like that, because the estates build so much, because now obviously the estates, you know, all of the money that you don't get, basically, if we take a look at it like this, you know, let's say we make 100 ducats, we make 37 out of them. You know, I'm just completely generalizing this, but now the rest of that money, you know, the ducats that we don't get, the, what is it, like 63 ducats, doesn't disappear. Instead, it goes into the estates like this, right? So we can see, you know, their wealth and stuff like that, you know, their income and stuff like that, and they spend a lot of money and they build a lot of stuff. So because of the stuff that they build, you know, they tend to overbuild, and sort of the economy collapses when there's no more, you know, raw materials and stuff being produced and stuff like that. So I think that's the only minor thing that needs to be tweaked a little bit. But yeah, still in beta, obviously, but I am enjoying it quite a lot. You know, my main thing was the HRE. It's 1416. The HRE looks like the HRE. In fact, let's take a look at how many members there are. A lot. That's all I wanted, man. And also Archduchy of Austria now, which is awesome. Being ruled by a Catholic nun, apparently. Yeah. Hey, obsolete units are no longer here. Yes, dude. Yes, that's awesome. Okay, now I actually know which guys I'm supposed to build. Which guys are the latest guys. Whoa, they decided to do it for me. Okay, why? Oh, Spain refused to join the war. Okay, so if you guys can't read, I've just been declared on by Naples. Which, kinda sucks. Kinda sucks, not even gonna lie, because, well, they got way more troops. My boys have professionals, whereas their boys don't. This is their professionals. But obviously the problem is they got way more levies. They got way more levies. What kind of boats do they have? 18 galleys, 8 heavies. Damn. They're better navally, too. I got like 20 galleys. Huh. This actually really sucks because, we're gonna struggle to get people over here. Now, the war goal is Val de Demena, which is down here. It's down here. It's that one. So that little province right there is their war goal. If we can move the guys here, along with the levies, we might be able to hold them back, you know, till they're walking into Messina. Yeah, but this is tricky. This is actually very tricky, folks. Freaking Spain, traitor assholes. Ugh. The thing is, I could always call them in with the favors, even though they wouldn't come in, but now, like this, I can't. Yeah, this is the worst outcome. Okay, actually a massive battle victory right here. Or wait, no, that was something else. Oh, dude, was that the Navy that I just crushed? Which one was that? Battle of Nicosia de Sicilia. Yeah, that must have been right here. Yeah, that was a different one, but there we go. There's another dub. I think they're retreating down here, man. Yeah, the positive thing about this is, God damn it, they're landing everywhere. The positive thing about this is, there's no allies of theirs, and not that their allies are strong or anything, but, you know, well, actually, do they even have allies? Yeah, they don't, it's just the subjects. Okay, but we are winning. Now, of course, they are going to occupy Sardinia here. I do have naval superiority, by the way, so let's, how good is this admiral? Please tell me how good he is. Okay, he is decent. Jamie Durgell. Yeah, he's pretty good. I'm going to tell these guys to hunt navies, you know, all around here. Western Mediterranean, you know. There we go right there. We can go there too. Ionian Sea. So yeah, let's do that. Since I do have naval superiority. And then with these guys, even though a lot of them got rolled, man, we just got to keep going. We just got to keep going in on them. Okay, won a bunch of battles, but that brought me down to 1,500 people. I gotta peace out. I can't take anything, though. Oh, yeah, I can't take anything because I need to occupy stuff. And if I let them occupy stuff or get my ass wiped here, we're toast. So yeah, it's gotta be... Damn, can't even do that? Can I take anything? We can only white peace, which is alright. But there we go. Levies completely gone. Awesome. Thanks a lot, Spain. It just goes to show that if I brought in Spain, I can easily beat them. We just stand in Sicily, let them come in, beat their ass in the mountains, siege this down, deplete them, then move into mainland while Spain does whatever. It is possible. Okay, well, I'm going to re-ally these guys because I still got quite a lot of favors with them, so I can call them in. Any other guy? I mean, it's 0 with France. Let's try and link up with France, too. Well, at least I know my navy's banging. Dude, I can marry my guy, King Joan, to the Queen of, Hungary. That's nutty. That's actually nutty. Now, of course, Hungary is in a very dire state. Would I want to end up in a union with these guys? Probably not. Probably not. It is pretty cool that we can do it. It's like super rare that you can straight up marry king to queen and stuff like that. Is Bosnia independent? I don't know. Poland, I just checked. We can't do. Nah, let's just marry him to a noble. Even though this would be cool, it's not what we're doing. There we go. Let's link up with her. These guys always up to something, man. Alright, but I've just allied France. Yep, allied with Spain as well. If we take a look at it like this, they wouldn't help, obviously. Because, you know, they got civil wars and stuff like that. But with favors, we can bring them in. Yeah, with favors, we can bring them in and crush them. Alright, truce with Naples is only 2 years. So, yeah, the main thing is we gotta recover the levies, dude. Well, why isn't France helping these guys? I mean, I'll accept. I hope we don't end up fighting France. Wait, why the hell is it so expensive to build these guys? What? Did I really spend that much money building them up earlier? That can't be right. Damn, that's a crazy price, actually. Is this real, chat? What the hell? No way, man. Fucking freaking 446 ducats? That's crazy, dude. The prices are sometimes... Ugh. There you go, France would join. Yeah, there we go. Look, I think that a collapse of the economy is starting. No tools and no lumber. And that's what creates the economic thingy, the bad economy situation. Alright, so yeah, it's not like I've recovered levies, but dude, France and Spain are gonna come in. Right, so as soon as next parliament comes around, I'm getting a CB on Naples. And at the same time, Sardinia has been annexed. Very cool. Can I accept Sardinian right here? How much will it cost? It's not expensive at all. No need to do that. There we go. Let's just do that. And then do that. Perfect. Sardinian has been accepted. Up. More levies. All right. Well, there's the parliament. Let's go ahead and call it. Fun farming estates. Sure. Let's do that. Fabricate CB. Wait, unless we have it already from Sicily, we don't. Okay. Fabricate CB on Naples for... It's 3 different... What the hell? Okay, for that. Now... We're gonna go ahead and declare on them. Land in Sicily, siege this down, and then hold them off here somehow. Or no, wait. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and create a new unit. Pull out the galleys, select up the galleys, balance it up, and send the galleys right there so they can't cross. These guys are gonna be the death of me, man. It's just one location, so fine. All right, what I did was I moved my guys over here because, you know, they're pros. They can easily take out these... Wait, why do they have levies up? They never disbanded them. Oh no, they're doing a war. God damn, man, and it's the perfect opportunity too. They're already doing a war. Naples-Ferrara, fairly big war, to be honest. I gotta wait for Spain to wrap this up, though. Ugh, what do they have? Yeah, that's the only thing they have. Always gets better, doesn't it? God damn, man. Frickin' Spain, man. I gotta accept. I want to stay allied to them. The CB will expire by the time we're done. I just hope Spain doesn't join on England's side. Okay, well, this doesn't seem to be taking that long. France is actually rolling England here. I still got that CB for 3 more years. We should be all right. All right, well, France ended it. I think we can go. Let's go in. If you promise to give them land. Okay, that doesn't matter. There we go. We're doing that. I'm not going to promise to give them land. It doesn't matter. There's our declaration. We should have the favors with our allies. There we go. Calling in Castile, calling in France. All right, Naples, get ready for world of hurtin'. Hey, what the hell? How'd they beat my ass? Okay, I guess the changes are that significant. We're doing all right, man. Castile and France are actually doing stuff. You know, we do need to push through Provence in order to get to Naples, but we're good. Wait, I already got... Oh, I thought I had 61% war score. All right, got some big wipes off over here. Gonna siege this down, and then we're gonna move in. Yeah, they're actually toast, dude. They're done. This could have been done with just Spain or just France, by the way. But yeah, with our population, man, and the amount of levies that we can raise, and with how expensive professionals are, I could have done this by myself, but it would have been a real struggle, and I would probably only be able to take like this and this or something like that. I mean, there you go. There's a 100% on Naples. We've even sieged down their capital. Shout out to France and Spain, obviously. Obviously, Spain is getting Granada as a revolter for the 50th time. But what we're going to do right here is just give these to Sicily. Let's take Calabria Ultra, Calabria Citra. And that's about all we can take, actually. Oh, all right. There we go. There's the peace out. What we're going to do right here is create a custom subject down here. We can't. Why can't we create this subject? Oh, we're at war. Okay, well, Castile is about to peace out anyway. That didn't make many people too mad. And now I'm in this war. I peaced out of that one because I wanted to release the subjects. But now we have the second rebellion against France, where someone has rebelled and is being supported by Austria. That looks like these guys, dude. Or I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to look to hop out of this one, too. I'm not really interested, and we're about to wrap it up. But there we go, we're out of that war, ladies and gentlemen, and about 100 years have passed after we started this sort of a tester playthrough, you know, in order for me to check out Aragon, which is super fun, man. A super fun time as Aragon, and also to see, you know, how EU5 won. Damn, that's actually freaking almost perfect Timurids right there, man. If they do this every game, I'm gonna be so happy. But not to get sidetracked, you know, obviously, man, 1.1 still in beta, but like I've said many times throughout this video, the things that... Romania? What the hell? No, that's insane, dude. All right, you know, Spain and Britain and stuff like that I expect, but Romania, that's actually very cool to see. Dude, this is probably like 1 out of a 200 games type situation. Let me know in the comments if you've seen AI Romania, but yeah, once again, not to get sidetracked, man, I'm liking EU5 1.1 so far, even though it's in beta. You know, my main thing about it was, you know, the HRE stuff, and at least in this specific game right here, I don't know what kind of experiences you guys are having, but in this specific game, things are happening over here like I want them to happen. It's 1438, you know, England's eating these guys up. France is almost consolidated. England still has holdings in Europe, so everything is looking nice there. You know, if Portugal hadn't allied Aragon, things would be cool here as well. Naples, a little bit, just a little bit too aggro. Crazy stuff happening over here as always. And yeah, too bad Muscovy still doesn't work, but that's all right, man. You know, I'm liking EU5 1.1 so far, still in beta. I think with a couple of tweaks to this whole economy and estate thing right here, it could realistically be out as a regular version in about 2-ish weeks or something like that. That's at least what I'm assuming. I haven't read or heard that from anywhere, but yeah, super fun time, man. I'm liking this. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see my next videos be in this version. Do you want me to upload videos with the beta, or do you just want me to go back to the regular version and do videos on that until, you know, this one is released officially? But yeah, like I said earlier, man, leave a comment below what you think about EU5 1.1 beta, if you've played it or not, and leave a like if you haven't already. It lets me know that you like these types of videos. Subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, that's it for me for now. See you next time.